How's it going, guys? Your admin decided that we would do a video power rankings similar to before or just after the draft um, for the pre-playoff power rankings and analysis, and we kind of go through the season and give a more in-depth look and kind of our thoughts on the way everything went. So I'm here with Clayton and Sam.
Hey, what's up, YouTube?
And yeah, so we'll start off just with kind of a general thoughts on how this season went. Personally, this was definitely my favorite uh, season of the Columbus Coliseum that I played in. It was very competitive, and rather than just kind of everybody building balance and kind of just throwing together teams, it felt like people are starting to really find a style or identity that they really like.
Yeah, definitely. I 100% agree with you that I think this has been my favorite season too, purely because the competition has just been that much, better. I feel like everyone has kind of come up to a similar level, and like even in the last couple of weeks, we saw a lot of upsets, and just kind of like very fun games to watch. I'd say.
I really agree. I'm legitimately scared of every playoff team.
Yeah, honestly, like I feel like anyone could take a game off anyone.
Yeah, this is definitely the first playoff season where I felt like I could legitimately go 0-2 and just immediately be out.
Yeah, definitely very scary going in.
Yeah, and it's been also very cool to see people just come out with very distinct styles. Like Ben's just hyper offense. I'm gonna set up and try to win in 10 turns every game.
Mm-hmm.
And Roger's strategy of just never actually taking damage.
Never taking damage and just slowly breaking down the other person's mental. Or I also kind of like. I don't think Ziao purposefully fell into this category, but he just kind of has one or two really bulky cleric Pokemon that kind of pivot around, and then just puts a choice item on like 3 different things and just tries to blow things up, which is entertaining.
Yeah, it'd be pretty funny. Yeah, he's a high key, very good wish passer.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think we even saw like a very like quintessential Dragon Fairy Steel combo with Gola. I feel like that was I think that's what like made his team and made him such a good competitor.
Yeah, really, really solid draft there.
Yeah.
Just kind of, and made sure to not break it up or do anything until maybe trading Scizor now.
Yeah, true.
But yeah,
that was the other thing I thought was everyone drafted like really well. I honestly think I might have drafted one of the worst.
You definitely fucked up your first couple.
With Deoxys and Hoopa. But like everyone else like killed it, I would say.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, it was funny when we were looking at calcs for Deoxys and we are like, wait, Mew is basically just as hard but can do way more stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. That was rough, but I think I realized my mistake, or Bert realized my mistake pretty quickly, and I made the switch. So.
And honestly, I was on board with Deoxys until like I started looking at stuff, and I was like, wait a second. But
yeah,
it's like not that hard. Yeah. Not as hard as you'd think, I guess.
Yeah, I mean 50 HP really limits it.
Yeah, it's like the same issue as stuff like Claydol.
Yeah, exactly. Anywho.
Yeah. Then speaking of just really good matches, I think there was a couple that stood out to me, but definitely my favorite one of the season was Zihao and the Anaheim Lickilicky against Soslo and the Uzbekistan Darmanitans. I just remember actually like almost choking on my drink when the like almost fully boosted up Dragonite hit Rhyperior for like 30 damage. Just did nothing, and and then it just came down to a series of like 50-50s in game 3. Like the last 5 turns, it was all just like who could win more 50-50s.
Was that the game that Sazlo ran fucking fly on Dragonite?
Yeah.
That hurt me.
What do you mean? Fly is so good. Yeah, that was those are fun games. I think I had two favorite games, or 2 favorite matchups. I really liked Gola v Ben or Powdery. I thought those were very high skill games, very close games too. I think both came down to like 1 mon left. And then I really liked the Sazlo v Gola game. Just like because, they know each other pretty well and like they had all the head games going on. I feel like Sazlo made as many like bold calls in that like one matchup as he did like the rest of the season.
And like most of them worked.
Yeah,
I think that was probably my favorite match.
Yeah. Yeah, Sazlo. Oh, that game, I feel like he was just inside Gola's head the entire time.
Honestly, he did it 2 weeks in a row. He had just done it to Clayton the week before.
Yeah, that fucking sucks.
True. I forgot that was the week after. Yeah.
Yeah.
Want to get into our power rankings? Is that next on the agenda?
Kind of go down the official season rankings and kind of talk about each team real quick, just a brief thing, and then get into power rankings. So, first up, once again getting first place is Sam. Congratulations. And I gave you 9 and 2 on accident. There we go. Once again winning the regular season. I think this is the second season in a row after losing the tiebreak to Clayton for it in the first season.
Yeah.
Because you fucking brought Dubwool week 1.
Dubwool is great. I stand by this. I was doing calcs, and if you don't bring special Blaziken and you only bring physical, Dubwool Blaziken. Just outright.
Are you serious?
I am 100% serious. Yeah, it's done.
I forgot it can run bulletproof.
Fluffy does, but it's just that bulky.
Holy fuck.
Also, you can just run bulletproof.
What would bulletproof block?
It would make you not take double damage from fire.
Oh, but then you can't. But you need Fluffy to be able to tank the physical. Like close combat would just plow through you.
Okay, fair. I guess you're weak to one of them, and yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but then like flamethrower like one shot you. But anyways, we don't have to talk about Dubwool.
Yes, luckily we don't have to think about Dubwool, at least not on Sam's team, because I think me and you are the only ones who've used all of our ad drops at this point. But
yeah.
I'm scared of Sam. This is a strong team.
I want you guys' honest opinions on my ad drops.
Ad drop to Mega Beedrill. Mega Beedrill is really good. I obviously like getting murked by rocks sucks, but like it hits so hard and it's so fast, and Sam brought up, like right before he picked him up, brought up a good point that like pretty much everything that's gonna outspeed you is Scarf, so like if you just run Protect and Scout, like it's awesome in that too. So
that's
provides
fair.
Yeah, I think that was really good. Raikou is awesome. The fact that it gets Scald is annoying. That's like, that like really sets it apart from other electric types. Let's see, did you get Goodra too? Is that a new pickup?
I got Goodra.
Well, you got Goodra before week 10. The new pickup is Lickitung.
Oh, Lickitung.
Oh,
yeah, that's
right. Oh, it gets Cloud 9.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is. Oh, I guess it can hold Eviolite, can't it? Oh, fuck, dude. That makes it pretty bulky, probably.
Pretty bulky, yeah.
Yeah.
My thinking was, I mean, throughout the season, I always use my ad drop every single week, I think. But going into the playoffs, kind of my strategy there was like, I want an ability that can deal with all other abilities. In the sense that, like, I have Unaware, I have Neutralizing Gas, and I have Cloud9. And I feel like those are kind of the scary abilities you gotta watch out for. Like the Huge Power or the Sand Rush, Sand Force, that kind of shit. So.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a lot of your recent pickups, especially Victini and Beedrill, make me a lot more scared of your team because I think they're Pokemon that you not necessarily know how to use better, but will, like, just in general use better and fit the way you like to play the game a lot better than using Rain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, you talked to me about how you just didn't, and we had the same feelings about this, just didn't like bringing Pelipper.
Yeah, I hold to that. I know Clayton does not agree, but I think Pelipper is a trash mon and should be treated as such.
I thought it was good until I used it, and then I was like, wait, no, this thing sucks.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Dude, I don't care. You can disrespect it all you want. I think it's nasty, but...
Yeah, I think it's a pretty polarizing mon. Nobody thinks it's fine. Everybody either thinks it's really good and should be moved up a tier, or that it sucks and should be moved down a tier. So,
yeah.
But yeah,
well,
just
overall, I think Sam's deserving of number one. Scary as always.
Bert, I think the slideshow is. I don't know if it's. There we go. Okay.
We're back.
Yeah, I think Sam likes to use momentum a lot, and like almost everything on his team gets momentum into either. I mean, even Mew gets momentum, but you can momentum your way into like a setup Komo or a Mew. And just has defensive answers to almost everything. So, yeah, I'm very scared playing Sam in playoffs, and I think I will have to if I win my first match, I will, and Sam wins his, then I think we match up. So, worried about that, but
it'll be a scary game.
We'll see how it goes. Okay. Jumping to second place, we have the Paudhury Poochyena and Ben. What do you guys think of the Slowbro pickup?
I think it's interesting.
I think it's interesting too. I mean, it's a great way to bring Blaziken in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
And
what did he drop it for? I'm forgetting. He had
Rotom Wash.
Oh, Rotom Wash. That's what it was. Yeah, I was talking to Ben all season, and he always kind of felt like Rotom was too passive.
So he picked up Slowbro?
Yeah, well, so I
think Slowbro commits to being a bulky pivot better.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fair.
I think Pain Split just wasn't doing it for him, and I think he would just prefer to have a designated wall rather than something in between.
I guess if you're just looking for a bulky pivot, then Slowbro's definitely better.
Yeah.
Especially because he already has a electric type that is immune to ground.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think sorry.
No, I was gonna say I'm gonna be interested to see if he see what he does with Weavile, because I feel like he hasn't really used it that much. Like it hasn't been as prominent for his team as I think he'd expected it to. But I don't know. I think it could be good in playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A rock when it scares the shit out of me too. That thing's awesome.
Yeah, that was a really good pickup.
I don't understand Gabite at all, but you know what? Prove me wrong.
I mean,
yeah, not sure what's happening there.
Kind of bulky.
Want another? Yeah, I guess so.
Isn't that bulky?
I mean, with Eviolite, it's defensively it's pretty hard, but
68 HP, 50 speed, 50 defense. Am I looking at that right?
9, or is that attack? Wait, yeah, so it's at 50.
Maybe it's not that bulky.
Yeah, 65.
It's 68 HP, 65 defense, 55 special D.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. It sets rocks.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Yeah, I think
Ben's team is really scary. Blaziken is insanely, insanely good, and and getting to have that and Mega Mawile, while he has not, I agree, he hasn't really used Mega Mawile super well, and I think he knows that too, and I think that's kind of why he's been looking to maybe get rid of it. Still has 14 kills. Oh wait, no, it doesn't. Wait, that's brought. How do I see how many kills it has? Oopsie. Whatever. It has a good amount of kills, I know.
Yeah.
Like it still has done stuff. Like if you're clicking an attacking move with it, something's taking a lot of damage.
Yeah. Yeah, it's still definitely something you have to prep for, definitely something to be scared of. But has he been using that much? Using it that much? Not really.
No.
I think it does. This season goes to show you what he can do, though, if he has his own drafted team.
Yes.
Just like remarkably better than last season.
Yeah. It's also been interesting to see because he had Polt last season, used it completely. Like I think he ran Dragon Dance, like tried to set up with Polt and Sweep almost every time, and I don't think I've run Dragon Dance yet.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting to see because like clearly the different playstyle comes into effect there. So I use it a lot more as like a cleaner and pivot or just a support mon almost in a lot of ways. So I think Blaziken does the sweeping a lot better.
Yeah, I would say so.
Zapdos is also one of my favorite mons to use. It's so good.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think that typing, like electric flying, is just so good. I mean,
yeah.
Still weak to all the flying stuff, but yeah, I mean, excluding electric. But it's just so bulky and like can pivot out nicely.
Yeah, 100 speed is also really good, and you don't have to run much special attack or any really, because 125 base, it's like still gonna hit stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
I do still want to see him run Rain Dance on something, like maybe Rain Dance Slowbro and then teleport into Zapdos, because Zapdos with Weather Ball, Thunder, and Hurricane, like it beats like everything.
Yeah, that's
so good.
That hits about everything.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to. Yeah, if I have to play him again in playoffs, I know he'll bring Zapdos instead of Smeargle this time, so that's scary.
Yeah. Oh man, that was such a dumb move. Like, yeah.
He had like 4 different people telling him Smeargle sucked, and he still brought it.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost like a double move, but
I guess, but Smeargle's definitely worse than Double.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. Smeargle is like, they really wanted to see if they could make Mew bad, and they did it. They did make Mew bad.
They succeeded.
Yeah. Alright, any last thoughts on Ben's team?
I think it's nasty. I think you could probably win the whole thing.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We do have to keep moving. Sam's got a hot date tonight.
Oh, okay. We'll try to speed things up then. This one, honestly, like, the main thing I want to say is just like, why did you trade Lele?
Yeah, man.
You had arguably the team that, if I couldn't use my team when you had Lele, you might have had the team that I liked the best.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I think you made one too many deals. I think you made one too many deals, Soslow.
Yeah, I would have to agree.
Yeah.
Had a nasty team, then traded away his 2 best mons.
Two of them. I still stand by that Zera might be is in the running for best tier 2. The thing is so good.
Yeah, Zera's nice.
But yeah, I still have faith that Soslow can do well in playoffs, but because like his team isn't bad now, it's just I'm not as scared of it personally. I think dealing with Mega Scizor is a lot easier than dealing with Lele.
I agree.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Oh, that fun! He's been running that fun like sunny day. It's like a sun team with Cinderace, Venusaur, and fucking Meowstic.
Yeah, except
that was pretty fun. I like that a lot.
Yeah. That was really cool. I did really like that.
And then Cinderace just coming in and hitting with Pyro Ball really hard. That was really nice.
Yeah. Pyro Ball is a broken move. It's so good.
Yeah.
Also, Soslow might be... He's arguably the hottest team coming into playoffs. Coming off of sweeping the Mauville division. That's... Yeah, impressive. He was not my pick to win that division when everybody went into the division tied. But
yeah, mine either.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I was pretty confident about picking up that division at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
Alas.
Yeah, Soslow starting off the season 0-1, losing to Brian, and then just not losing again besides to Zihao. Those are his 2 losses, Zihao and Brian.
Yeah, a little bit crazy.
Wow.
But
dude, yeah, we'll talk about Z later, but he's weird. Yeah. But yeah. I'm also Soslow kicked my ass in the tiebreaker, or froze my ass in the tiebreaker, so
got him. Those random bets were actually atrocious.
Dude, the first game that I won, I also just he missed like 4 stone edges in a row. Like neither of us won in any of the games that were won. None of them were with skill. It was all either the opponent missing or like getting frozen and I only was able to do it one game. So
yeah.
All right.
Speaking Any more comments?
Lose it. Blastoise is scary. I still think it's better if you don't run Shell Smash, but Blastoise is very scary.
That mix set that he's been running with Rock Slide that's been good.
That is really good.
Also, Primarina with Specs was really good. I thought.
Yes, that thing hits
Hydro
so
Pump
hard.
like 2-shotted, especially defensive Steela. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's insane. That thing's so good.
126 special attack. Jesus.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But anywho.
Okay. Yeah, here's me. I had to put my MVP in the center of the shot.
He's your signature Mon.
I've been having so much fun with Excelgor. I love that thing now.
It is very good, dude. Bert, I gotta say, I'm really afraid of your team, dude. A core of Dragapult, Clefable, and Mega Aggron is so fucking scary. Dude, Clef into Mega Aggron scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, dude, I probably should have run that week 10.
Yeah, probably.
I would say so.
Yeah, coming on. I don't know if I should be as scared of a team coming off of a double 6-0, getting swept double 6-0, but.
Hey, I'm due for killing a Mon.
That is true. I bet you will kill him on in your first playoff match.
Honestly, maybe better Dragon Fairy Steel combo than Gola's.
I think it's absolutely a better Dragon Fairy Steel combo than Gola's. But
it's just way more versatile, I think.
It's different. His has a defogger.
Defogger?
Scizor.
Oh, Scizor. Oh, yeah. That's true.
Yours is like you just got the best wish pass in the whole game though. So
yeah, true.
And like the highest defensive Mon in the game, I think, something like that.
Yeah, it's a three-way tie.
And the best non-Uber dragon in the game.
Maybe just the best Mon in our tier list. I think.
Yeah, I think it's either Dragapult or Blaziken.
Yeah, I think so too.
So, anyway, yeah. So there you go.
Pretty good team, I would say. Also, Volcanion is nasty.
I thought Volcanion was going to be bad when you drafted it. I'm going to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, I do not have confidence, but
it's not bad.
It's really good.
Yeah. Does it have 20 kills? Is that what that says? Is that what you're looking at? Oh, no, it's times.
I think
17 kills though. That's...
Yeah. Yeah, I think Dragapult is the only thing I have that has over 20 kills.
Yeah.
But I spread out my kills quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I'm happy with my team. I think it has a shot against everybody.
I think so too. Altaria is a very good pickup, as was Donphan. I like both of those for you. Skuntank is funny.
Dude, I love Skuntank.
Yeah.
Herder is solid. It's interesting.
Guts 105 attack is respectable.
Then you're like limited by not using Eviolite. But
it's still, still 85 attack and 85 HP and 85 defense. It's like
that's solid.
That's still pretty bulky.
I can just run like Eviolite Iron Fist or something.
That's true if you want that extra bulk.
It also deters toxic spikes because if I run Eviolite Guts.
Ooh, true. That's really funny.
Yeah. This is me telling everyone, please don't bring toxic spikes against me.
Yeah, I think Altaria is really good. I kept saying I'm mad. Like, there were like a few games where when Mad had Altaria, it just like beat most of the other team.
It has like, certain matchups that are just really good.
Oh yeah. It's got that speed tier where it can outspeed like all the weather sweepers.
Yeah, I think the only one it doesn't is Drill.
Yeah, I think so too.
But Drill can't like kill it.
Yeah.
Run that Cotton Guard set, but yeah, no, it just beats weather is why I picked it up.
Mm-hmm.
Also, everything the 3 pickups I made all get defog. Girder and Skuntank also get defog.
Oh, true. Yeah, I forgot Conk got defog.
Yeah, Andrew just got Donphan and Swallow, which both their Donphan gets rapid spin and Swallow gets defog too. So you went from having Volcanion as your only defogger, having like pretty much all of your low tier stuff can.
Many defoggers.
Yeah, I was getting sick of having to run 3 moves defog on Volcanion, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's fair.
But okay. So that wraps up the teams with first week buys. So now we're getting into teams that will be playing in the next week. Starting with Clayton.
Ew.
Here we are.
Hey, buddy.
So let's see. What did I do? I was pretty happy to get Rotom Wash. I like Rotom Wash a lot. I guess Ben was saying he didn't think it hit hard enough, but I don't know. I've always really liked playing with Rotom Wash, so that was cool.
I also think Ben was complaining that Mega Mawile wasn't killing enough things or something, so I take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah, dude, that is true. Let's see what else I do. Oh, dude, I liked grabbing Lycanroc.
That thing's really good.
Dude, swapping out Registeel was tough, dude. Registeel was leading my team in kills, which is a fun fact.
That's hilarious. I did not know that.
That's really fun.
Yeah. I think when I played Mike, it had like 10 kills or something. But
okay. Now
Togekiss
is your leading kill.
Anyways, what was that?
I think Togekiss is leading you in kills now.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, so that hurt, but grabbing Lycanroc, I really like. It's nice having. I needed some more offensive priority, So I like Excel Rock, and I feel like Bronzong does. It can pretty much do a similar thing to Registeel. Like I'm not sacrificing too much there, but
yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah,
because you're not exactly like weak to dark. You have Togekiss and Incineroar.
Yeah, exactly. So
Sableye has been nasty on your team.
Dude,
Sableye
is always nasty.
Sableye saved my ass a couple times this
Oh, yeah.
this season. Like it's I think honestly what it does really well is deterring setup.
Mm-hmm.
Like the fact that it can just come in and
Encore
recover Will-O-Wisp, like knock off anything. Like
yeah.
it doesn't get a lot of kills, but it definitely like forces a play.
Yeah. I think Sableye and Togekiss to a degree are mons that anytime I see them on someone else's team, they don't do anything. Or I mean Togekiss does, but it's not like it hits different when it's on your team. You especially Sableye, you absolutely put in work with Sableye like nobody else.
Togekiss. Togekiss only works on Clayton's team.
Togekiss's flinch chance goes from 60 to 90 on Clayton's team.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
easy, no question. And then when it actually hits 60% of the time, I feel like I'm getting cheated. It feels like hacked when I don't get it.
Like, I only flinched 3 out of the 5 times. This is bullshit.
Yeah, honestly, it's got a smaller percent. Like you're more likely to hit a focus blast than get a flinch from air slash. No question.
That's
like there's no way that's true.
Yeah, I think Brian. I was talking to Brian. He said, Clayton actually gets a flinch 95% of the time because the only time he doesn't is just when the move misses.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is also funny to stack a 5% on there, because the move can miss, and so it's actually only like, what is it, like 60% of 95, so it's like
Yeah, it's
like
only
56% or something.
My one thing with Clayton's team, and I think you've used it very well.
All right,
but I don't think Lando Eyes is that good for a tier 2.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't think it's that good either. I've just been super handcuffed by it because for a while it was far and away my most reliable defogger and stealth rocker and my only ground type. So the typing is really nice.
So
I've loved having ground flying. Like it's been that's another thing. Like its typing has been so good. So like I agree, not a great tier 2, but I just can't drop it at this point. But I don't know. I've been liking it a lot. I have really liked its versatility. I've run a lot of sets. I've run like full defense. I ran Assault Vest one time, like Scarf Band. Like it can run special too. I don't know. It is quite versatile. And and it's my best rocker and defogger. So
you have Bronzong now for rocks.
That's true.
Dude, I love Bronzong also.
Yeah, Bronzong's cool. Oh, dude, I hate Abomasnow.
You hate?
I mean, I love that it sets hail for Arctozolt. Arctozolt's nasty, but I do not like Abomasnow.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, it's bad.
Yeah.
It's the only it and Aurorus are the only weather or terrain setters besides I think like Hippopotas in tier 7.
That's true. God, honestly, I might prefer Aurorus.
It's close. They combine to have like each of them has 2 of the 3 worst typings.
Yeah.
Especially for things that you want to be bulky and to have pivot around.
Sam, do you have to go to your date?
I'd probably have to head out in 15, but you guys should just keep on going.
Yeah, we can keep going afterwards.
All right. We may lose some nice commentary from Sam, but we can make it up. We'll at least try to power through a couple more. Final thoughts on Clayton's team?
I'm happy with where it's at. I'll say that.
I'm not looking forward to playing it if you beat Brian. I'm not looking. I still have nightmares about Banded Lando and how you just saved me by switching into Volcanion game 3.
Yeah. That was bad.
Yeah. my bet for that game. Are we doing that? Are we doing?
Oh yeah, we'll do predictions. For the
I guess
first
Sam,
round.
real quick, do you want to give predictions for first round of playoffs before you?
Yeah, I'll
leave?
give all my predictions. So what do we got? I got Z versus Andrew. I think Andrew's coming in really hot to the playoffs. I mean, he's beat, two of the top-ranked teams back to back. Embarrassingly so. I feel like he swept us each game. So I kind of would put Andrew as winning that first game. I think Z could pull it out, but I feel like Z is always a coin flip,
Absolutely true.
So if we get the really good version of Z, I think he'll take it. But my bet would be on Andrew. Then we got Clayton and Brian. Normally I'd say it would be a closer match, but Brian's been looking really rough this season. So I'm gonna give this one to Clayton. Yeah, I feel like Brian's just been having a tough go about it. I don't know what's causing it, but yeah. Who's this guy? Oh, that's Roger and Gola. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, and this might seem mean. I kind of hope Gola wins just because I don't want to have to play a really long game against Roger. I think it works. I think his regen core works, but it's just infuriating to play against. Yeah.
Yep.
So I would kind of put Gola over Roger there, and then finally Matt v James. That's a tough one. I actually don't know. That one I could see going either way. I think Matt's got the better team, and I think that's especially true because of James's recent pickups, and we'll talk about that later. But I think Matt's got a really good, solid team. He also got that win off. That was off you, Bert, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it.
So I think Matt's been looking good. I would probably bet Matt over James. Sorry, James.
All right. And then any overall thoughts on the way you think playoffs are going to play out? If you don't win it, who do you think's going to? I guess.
If I don't win it,
picking yourself is kind of a cop out.
Yeah. If I don't win it, I'm gonna say you or Clayton, to be honest. And that might seem a little partial because we're all admins. I would say Ben, but I don't think there's something about playoffs that I think give you and Clayton a huge boost, and I don't know what it is. I haven't figured it out, and that's why I usually don't do that well in playoffs. But you guys just come up with really creative sets, and I don't know if Ben is prepared for that. So.
I never played Ben in the regular season,
Yeah.
so haven't seen each other.
Yeah. I don't know. I also think Gola and Salsa definitely have a shot, I think. But it is their first playoffs. And I do think it's pretty different than the regular season. I think, yeah. I don't know what it is, but it's different.
All right.
So.
And then dark horse pick. So somebody that's either, I'd say ranked like 8 through 12 that you could see making a run like kind of deep.
Oh, dude, Andrew.
Oh yeah.
Andrew's coming in hot.
Oh yeah.
We can get into it later.
Yeah.
Up Tucamuco, I think, was really good for his team. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
I'm scared of Andrew.
I don't know what happened.
And plus, if he beats Z, then he plays Sam. We just smoked.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't know what clicked in the last couple of weeks, but he not only was building great teams, but he was playing phenomenally. How do you say that word? Phenomenal. Can you say it for me? Yeah. Okay. He was playing really well, and yeah, I think he could definitely have a good shot.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyways, that's my take on playoffs. Yeah.
All right. we can we'll jump back to going through the teams, and if you need to hop out, feel free.
Yeah, I'll probably hop out in 6 minutes, 7:15.
All right, sounds good. So we're now on to the Washington Weaviles. Jay Gola.
Mm-hmm.
Gola's team's pretty sick.
Yeah, his team is unbelievable.
I think it's like the definition of just like a well-balanced team. Like, I think he's got his defensive mons, he's got his offensive mons, he's got, plenty of. I feel like he's got defoggers, right?
Yeah.
I guess he's got Azor and he's got Mantine.
Yeah, I would say he's a little low on defogs.
A little low on his
at the moment,
defogs. Yeah.
but
What do you mean, dude? What about Golbat?
Also Golbat, also Noivern, but
I feel like it's hard to fit on Noivern, and Golbat was good. Golbat was good against me. I think it's. I mean, obviously, I think it's very situational. So it's like I can't really commit to using it as a defogger most weeks. That was the first time he brought it all season. So.
Mm-hmm. Little insider info: he was one of many to try to pick up Skarmory.
Who actually got Skarm?
Andrew.
Oh, there you go.
Oh fuck, dude! Andrew got Skarm too. Yeah, Andrew's probably gonna win actually. Andrew's not even my dark horse pick.
Let me double check that. Yeah, he got Skarmory.
Yeah, that's a solid pick.
So speaking of unconventional fairy steel cores, Tapu Koko Skarmory Zygarde 10.
True.
But back to the Weaviles.
Yeah,
dude. Tier 7 Deancey is like pretty scary. It's
very good.
I was genuinely shook. I just found out like last week that Deancey has 100 attack, 100 special attack, and 150 in each defense. Like I know it only has 50 HP, but damn, those stats are fucking sick.
Dude, waiting for the rock polish weakness policy.
Yeah, dude, and like he has the best Deancey counter on his team. So like,
yeah, honestly,
I guess he does still have to face Mega Scizor, but
I mean, assuming Gola doesn't trade it away.
Yeah, that's true. But Slowking has been really good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Darm is going to be good. I mean, I don't think Darm can be bad, to be honest.
Yeah, I think Darm's really nice.
You bring it in, you click Flare Blitz, and something dies. So that's scary. It's always.
It kills things. That's just what it does.
Yeah. One thing I don't know when he got Terrakion. He drafted it? Okay. I haven't. Maybe I just haven't noticed, but I haven't seen it as the same monster it usually is. Like, I think he's been doing well with it.
Dude, because I didn't have it.
Well, yeah, maybe so. But, like, I feel like Terrakion, and maybe it is, maybe I just haven't been noticing. But Terrakion's usually, like, top of the kill list kind of thing.
Yeah, it does 20. Have 20.
It's got 20. That's fair.
But it's his third kill leader. It's not even in his top 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think that could be utilized a little bit better. But I think everything else is very solid. I'd like to see a new set on Mega Guard. I think that would be fun. Like something different.
I want to see Teleport.
Bringing Taunt and Willow on it sometimes. That's fun. Those have been cool. The first time we brought out Taunt, I was shook. I was like, damn, this guy knows what he's doing.
Dude, he fucked Brian with it.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
Oh, dude, he ran Hyper Beam on it one time too. You remember that? Back in like week 1, I think.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
I really want him to do that against me. that I don't think was good. I don't think Hyper Beam is like ever. I think it's very rarely the right move.
I don't know if it's ever the right move.
Dude, it's pretty good in 1v1 formats.
Dude, true. Pixelate Hyper Beam from Sylveon, pretty nice.
Yeah, that's fair.
1v1 was a pretty funny meta.
It is a very funny meta.
I love the very specific sets, but anyways, we're getting off topic.
I also think he's been using Slowking really well because he doesn't just use it as a special wall. He's been using it as a physical wall.
Sam, can you talk into the mic?
Oh, sorry. He's been doing a good job of using Slowking both as a special, but also a physical wall. I think.
Yeah.
Like I feel like he almost usually runs it physical. Even though it's probably better as a special wall, but
It is, but yeah, I mean 95 and 80, that's respectable.
Yeah.
Physical defense.
Yeah, it's not soft physically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, it beat my Loppany last week.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah. Though it didn't kill your Loppany.
True, but I couldn't really use Loppany as effectively.
Yeah.
But return 2 shots, special defensive. So I was like, oh, I'm set. And then it does not 2 shots physical defensive.
Mm-hmm.
This is true.
Yeah. I don't know if
honestly, I've rewatched my game with Golo. I think I probably should have lost. Like I think I only won. I only won game 2 because he missed Stone Edge like 4 times. Like there was one really bad one at the end where he missed Stone Edge from Garchomp on Togekiss, and if he had hit that, I like insta lost. Yeah. But and then I feel like that was like his 4th one that he missed of the game. So there was something else in game 1 too. I don't remember. But anyway, long story short, Gola's nice.
Yeah. No, I'd agree with that.
I might give a quick comment on the next one, and then bounce.
All right.
Clayton's watching the baseball game right now.
Oh God!
Did
the Red Sox lose?
I think the Yankees just hit a home run.
Yeah, dude. Red Sox were up 2-1. Carl Stan just hit a fucking grand slam. 5-2 in the top of the 8th. I'm gonna kill myself.
Dude, you gotta beat him. Knock the Yankees out of the playoffs.
Dude, that was terrible. I'm so glad I was not watching that with sound on. Dude, that was like a 500-foot grand slam. That was awful.
Dude, wait. Real quick digression. Actually, Sam, we should let you give your thoughts on DC Driftblim before you have to leave. But then I have something I want to mention about Red Sox baseball.
He's on the phone right now.
So I know, Sam, you were saying this might be your favorite team, or were you saying...
He's on the, Sam's on the phone right now.
Oh, well, I'll talk about the Red Sox thing then. What the fuck was going on when I think it was was it Christian Vasquez was, like, acting like a dog at second base?
I'm assuming he just, like, slid into second and, like, knew Javi Baez, like, the Mets second baseman. He, like, slid into second base, was, like, on the ground, so he just, like, so Javi Baez, like, patted him on the head and he smiled.
Dude, it looked so weird.
He was not actually acting like a dog.
The picture looked so weird. But, yeah, no, probably not.
Damn, dude, that was like the most soul-crushing home run I've ever seen.
Alright, I'm back.
Alright.
I do have to go pretty soon.
Okay, well, real quick, were you saying that this was your favorite team?
Hold on 1 second.
Alright. Gus is flipping out. Well, DC Driftblim, little message to you, Matt. That was mean. Why did you have to 660 me? Absolutely wrecked me. Dragalki OP. Okay. Yeah, Sam, were you saying that the DC Driftblim was your favorite team? Like, if you had to give up your team?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, there's a little bit of activity going on right now.
No problem.
Yeah, when I look at Matt's team, I just see a team that I want. Like a Zelf, Finny, Lando, Rotom Heat. Chichar, I could take it or leave it, but...
Keldeo.
Yeah. Keldeo, oh. Yeah,
I know you love Keldeo.
Yeah, every season I want Keldeo. Very solid team all around, I think. I'm trying to think. Let me pull up. Who else is on their team?
They got Moltres Galar, Dragalgi, Beware, Doublade, and Aromatisse.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I feel like all those like have their niche. And
All right, I'm back.
what?
Our neighbors were gone for a long time, and they just came back to retrieve their plants that they lent to us. So
Oh, you guys were plant sitting.
we were plant sitting. So
That is very nice.
yeah.
Yeah. So all in all, I think he's got a great team. There's nothing on his team that I'm like, I wouldn't want this Mon. You know, like Mega T-Tar, I don't think is like the best Mega out there, but everything else is like a very solid Mon. I think. Even Bronzer in Tier 7.
Yeah.
You know, like.
We're looking at
Yeah, we're looking at Matt's team.
Driftblim is so good.
It's so good.
I don't know if you guys have talked about that yet, but I really like Driftblim. I was trying to get him to trade it to me, but he said no.
Yeah, it's like the reason Bert.
Yeah, Driftblim kind of fucked me up.
Yeah. The fact that a Sludge Wave could kill a sub on Pult was pretty nice.
Killed a sub on Pold at -2.
At -2? Oh, I didn't know that.
Wow.
I think it was -2.
That's ridiculous.
Maybe it wasn't. I might be making that up, but
I mean, Ghost resists poison, but
yeah,
I don't know. It hits really hard.
Yes. Yeah, it does. I will definitely be bringing Aggron against... Yeah, spoiler, if I play you in playoffs, Matt, I will be bringing Aggron this time. I won't just only lose to Specs Feeney, Dragalgi.
I actually do have to head out, but yeah, I think Matt's team might be my favorite team in the league. Like, I'd much rather have his team than my own team.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he's been using it well too, which is good to see.
Yeah, especially recently.
Yeah, I do want to see better sets on Finny though. Finny was like one of my favorite mons last season, and there are so many cool sets you could run. And like, I think Nature's Madness is cool, but I think he can do a little bit better there.
He did run Specs against me, which was unexpected.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that can be good.
Unexpected.
Oh, nice. Got him. But like, I don't know. Like the Calm Mind Iron Defense set is just nasty with Draining Kiss and Scald.
Yeah.
Like that, or you know, I don't know. There's a lot of different sets. You can pretty much make a mini version of Magirna. So a lot of options there, I think.
Yeah, anything that can kind of emulate Magirna is good, because Magirna is absolutely broken.
Yeah.
Very stupid mon.
Yeah. All right. On that note, I will be leaving.
All right. Thanks for joining us while you could.
Great season, everybody. Looking forward to first round of playoffs.
Yeah, looking forward to watching it.
All right. See you guys.
All right. See ya. Yeah, kind of echoing Sam on the Driftblim. Their team is very, very good. If you ever want to hear someone very pissed off, ask Brian about how much he wanted Rotom Heat. He really, really wanted Rotom Heat. It's very funny that he was trying to get Mad to trade him Rotom Heat for like 5 weeks, and then Matt just traded him to, Mad traded him to Matt. Brian was going off. He was not happy. But yeah, no, I think. I mean, obviously, like I can't really say anything bad about Matt's team after the events of Week 10. His team is very good. I think he has been picking up steam. I think definitely heading into playoffs, he has a lot of momentum and is very scary.
I would have to agree. Dude, who did you just grab? Oh fuck, my laptop's low.
He grabbed Keldeo.
Get Keldeo instead of giving Keldeo instead of Halucha. I don't know. I really like Halucha. I think it works well, but I guess it is a bit one-dimensional when you like have to pair it with Vinny. So maybe it's maybe not quite as good in draft as he had expected, but
Yeah. I think it's paired better with CoCo because CoCo can pivot into it. But yeah, it's
dude,
not a bad one.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, I think I was changed by that home run, by that Yankees home run. I'm
Your brain is just broken a little bit.
yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
The Red Sox are gonna make the playoffs, or at least the wild card.
I certainly hope so, but anyways, sorry. Back to the important stuff.
Yeah, back to real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think Matt's team is really good. I overprepped for T-Tar, not realizing he has literally only brought it to half of his matches.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's only brought it to 12 games, which probably means 5 matches, and it's 24-9.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
So when he brings it, it puts in work. So he must I put a lot of effort into prepping for it, and it did not make an appearance. So
yeah, Azelf is very cool.
Yes.
I don't know how I feel about Aromatisse. I'll believe it's good when I see it. But
it is tier 7 to be fair, but yeah. I know you hate Aromatisse. It's I think it's fine. I think it does what it does. But he also has not brought it ever.
Yeah.
So I guess he might agree with you on that, but yeah, I think basically just Matt carrying a lot of momentum into playoffs and very, very scary team. I definitely don't want to play them.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Jumping to his roommate, Andrew.
Dude, definitely picking up steam. This is the Andrew, like I said earlier, Andrew, definitely my sleeper pick to win this.
Dude.
He is he's rolling. And like I said, I think Pukumuku was a very good pickup for him.
Yeah.
Thank you. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I think Vaporeon is working really well for him. Zygarde 10 I think is really good. I'm kicking myself for not drafting it again. I regretted not picking it up ever last season, and I'm regretting it again because it's really good. Just being able to spam 1,000 arrows is so sick.
Yeah, no, that thing is absolutely absurd.
Yeah. Pharaoh Seed is the biggest steal of a tier 7 I've ever seen.
Yes.
Like Pharaoh Seed is like probably his, I guess before he picked up Skarm was like one of his best defensive mons. And
yeah. Well, Glysaur, but
yeah, I mean, yeah, but it was still like he still used it a lot, is what I mean.
Yeah.
CoCo is very good, and that's another thing he's been using better, which is nice. He's been using Glysaur better recently too. Finally running I guess he might have run Swords Dance sets before, but they didn't really work as well. I think he ran a successful Swords Dance set last week. He's not getting his Toxic Orb knocked off anymore, so that's fun.
Yeah.
That was happening far too often. You can't be letting that happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he's got a very, very strong team.
Yeah.
Mega Gyarados, I think is okay, but
yeah. What do you think his most brought mon is?
I mean, I'm looking at the numbers now. But
I was very surprised.
That was Vaporeon.
Yeah.
That's yeah, I can see that.
I'm not surprised it's been
he has
brought
brought it a
much.
lot, and he's used it very well. So
Yes. Yeah. No, it's been really good for him. I think Reuniclus just kind of swept a couple people.
yeah,
he's playing better now than I think I've ever seen him play, and he also has probably the best team he's ever had right now.
I also agree there. It's kind of an unconventional team. Like he doesn't. Yeah, like you were saying, like the Fairy Dragon Steel of CoCo, Skarm, and Zygarde 10 is like a bit unorthodox, but it's working really well.
Yeah, and I think Glysaur is. I mean, I think that thing's just ridiculous. It's so good.
Yeah, and a Volt Turn core of CoCo and Vaporeon is.
And Glysaur gets turned.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I think it's very good.
Yeah, I am. He's the 8th seed, so he plays.
He plays Zihao.
Zihao. So okay, so he matches up. I'm glad that I mean, I don't want to play you either, but I'm really glad I'm not facing Andrew. Remember, it's a different team than the one that lost to Sunny Day Ivysaur in like week 3.
That's true. You heard it here first. Bert would rather play me than Andrew.
Dude, I don't want to play against Glysaur again. Especially now that he's using it well. Thing is scary. He just sacked it to Volcanion both games when I played him. When he had Vaporeon still up. But yeah, so Andrew,
I'm very scared of him.
Yeah.
I'm picking him over Z in the first round, and I'm scared of him winning the whole thing.
Yeah, I think he could definitely, at the very least, I would be very surprised if he didn't make a run and win a couple games.
Yeah.
All right,
who's next? Oh, Zihao. Look at that man right in the middle.
Dude, the big, was it? I do like the off-season Shaq of nickname for Snorlax last season, but his signature Mon. Consistently the hardest team for me to rank throughout the entire season.
I think I would agree because he looks so good sometimes and so bad other times.
Yeah, like sometimes I watch him play and I legitimately think he's like the worst Pokemon player I've ever seen in my life. And then other times he will like almost beat Sam, or he beat Sawslow. He's also very hot right now. He started off like 0-4.
Yeah, he's been on a tear.
Yeah, he's like 5-1 in his last 6 or something. He actually used an ad drop for once, which is weird.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah. He has his classic weakness where he doesn't really have a good defogger.
Overrated.
Dude, true. Just put heavy duty boots on everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a theory that he picked Urshifu Rapid Strike, like pretty much just because he likes Urshifu Single Strike so much, and I think it's worked out for him.
Yeah, I mean, he did work with that thing season 1, so I mean, Urshifu Single Strike is absolutely broken, so it's not surprising he did work with it, but
yeah. Similar in concept, though, like kind of usually runs the same sort of sets.
Yeah, and he's got his bulky pivots, and then Gengar, Urshifu, and Kartana to just kill everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking at his team, my first instinct is, man, this team fucking sucks. But watching him
it's definitely working for him.
Yeah, no, it works for him. And watching him play, like, sometimes he has like some of the biggest calls. Like he's not afraid to make make ballsy plays at all. He has no fear. And that works out well when basically winning for him relies on getting Urshifu, Kartana, and Gengar in for free or in good situations as much as possible.
Yeah, exactly. And I think a big thing for him has been he's been using Rhyperior a lot more. He's like actually been using it well.
Yes, yeah, I think Rhyperior and then Milotic is also terrifying. Milotic is really good. But yeah, Rhyperior.
Right, hold on just one second. Gus has got something stuck under the
Gus.
stamp. Hold on.
Oh, Gus. Yeah, I think if Z manages to pick up a solid defogger or something like that before playoffs that he can bring every week and doesn't mess with his playstyle much, I think you're going to do very well. If not, I think you still have I think Z could still make a run even without a defogger because he's been doing it so far. But makes it hard on himself for sure.
He has kind of covered his weaknesses with that all right. With having he's got Gengar that he runs all the time, Toxic Spikes. He's got Umbreon to Wish Pass, which kind of helps offset hazards a bit.
Yeah, I think he deals with rocks and T-Spikes very well. His issue is spikes. When people have just run spikes against him.
That is true.
Because a lot of the stuff he has resists rocks or just isn't affected by T-Spikes. Or can just get, like, Wish Passed by Umbreon and it doesn't matter. But then stuff like Rhyperior really doesn't want to be taking, like, 20% every time it comes in from spikes.
That's true.
Did Gus get his toy out from under the couch or whatever?
There was fucking nothing there.
Ah, classic mistake.
I think he saw like a ball of his own fur.
Ah, classic
dog.
Classic dog. I am disappointed that Xiao has not yet brought Electabuzz.
Dude, he hasn't brought it once?
No.
Damn, that's tough.
Dude. He's the one that introduced me to the Electabuzz noise that it makes in Pokemon. Just
it's so good.
It's so good. Yeah, honestly, like I feel like Xiao always wins. At least, like he does well in playoffs usually. I think last year he had to play me and then you. And lost immediately in playoffs. But the season before that, I think he got 5th or like 4th or 5th.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what he does.
I
think he can make a run.
Yeah, his games are usually fast. Besides that one against Sam, or at least when he loses, I feel like it's fast usually. But yeah, I'm excited to see what he does. Here we go. Started off 5-0.
Started off 5-0, then went 0-5, and then made his team worse.
Yeah. How do you feel about him dropping?
Maybe he didn't make his team worse, but like as of right now, he's leaning really hard into hyper offense.
Yes.
Like, I thought Celesteela was nice because it really let him reset defensively. Stall out some stuff. If you're lucky, even pass some HP with Leech Seed. But
yeah, I do think that Celesteela wasn't being used to its full potential on his team because it had to be run so defensive.
That is true. Yeah, when you have the threat of running it offensive, it is a lot scarier. But
yeah, and yeah, I think Excadrill is really good. But
I do too.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I'm not convinced. I know we picked up Exca and Gigalith for Sandrush. I'm not convinced a lack of speed was a problem on his team. Like he had Zard, Thundurus, and Weavile.
Mm-hmm.
And Inteleon. I guess he just traded for Inteleon for that matter, so I don't know. I didn't really see that as completely necessary, but we'll see. He beats me in the playoffs quite often, so I guess I probably don't want to play him.
That's what I was gonna say. Is he usually steps up and makes an upset or wins a couple games in playoffs? And he usually goes into playoffs with like. This is actually the best record This is the first time he's entered playoffs with not a losing record.
Interesting.
So technically, this is the best iteration of James we've seen, at least through the regular season. I do think. Yeah, I mean Zardex is really scary. Like his team is scary. It's really hard to prep for his team from a defensive standpoint.
Yes.
It's really easy to prep ways to kill things on his team, though.
Yeah. I guess something I thought of about Excadrill. Exca does give him another way to clear hazards, which is obviously huge for Zard.
Yes. Yeah, and Celesteela can't do that.
Yeah, so I guess there's that, but let's see. So for defoggers, I guess he's got Togetic too. Thunderous T gets defog.
Yep.
That's nice.
Wheezing.
Yeah.
But it does, if he's running Rapid Spin on Exca, it does open up a fourth slot for something like Will-O-Wisp or Pain Split on Wheezing, which is really nice.
Yeah, for sure.
Or T-Spikes even. I do want to see him run D-Dance Roost Zardex. I think that's actually really good because most things.
He ran that against me, and it almost cost me the game.
Yeah, it's like really good.
Yeah.
Because you really only need like Dragon Claw and Flare Blitz for the most part. Let you roost off Flare Blitz damage, and most things that are going to try to switch into a Zardex aren't going to be able to do 50% to a Zardex.
That's true.
So I think that's actually a very good set. Not something like every time you have to run Roost, but I think it is it's something that I don't want to have to deal with.
I agree. If you can afford to only have 2 moves,
right.
Great.
Right.
Or good for him.
Yeah. And I think Weavile's been really good for him. I think Nidoking's been really good for him. I haven't really seen that much that I remember out of Thunderous.
Yeah, I haven't really seen much.
But entering playoffs with the opposite of momentum, I guess, is my big note on James.
True. Another thing about James, continuing the trend of what he usually does. He really sticks to his core. Like if you look at how many times he's brought different things, he hasn't brought either of his tier 5s, 6s, or one of his 7s, and he brought Togetic once.
Yeah, to be fair, he did just pick up Spiritomb a couple weeks ago, picked up Jellicent week 9, I think, and literally did just pick up Gigalith.
I guess that's true. But
yeah, he
sticks to his core. And you know what? I respect it.
Wait, when did he get Thunderous? Did he get that in a trade?
Quick. That was fairly recently.
Okay. But yeah, no, you can count on him bringing Zardex, Weavile, Nidoking, and Weezing almost every week, if not every week.
Yeah.
But, and there's nothing wrong with that. Those are 4 really, really good mons.
It's a solid team. Like I said, probably going to beat me if I play him.
Usually does. At least in playoffs.
True.
But, alright, and now finally moving on to, what's that, Goldenrod division? Is that the...
Yeah.
We're at the champion of the Goldenrod division.
Yeah. Roger, please, for the love of God, run Swords Dance on Gallade. Like, I feel like, honestly, that's been his biggest problem. Like that, his regen and turning core has been excellent. It's been so hard to break, but then he's just having a hard time killing stuff. yeah, I don't know. I want to see you use that core. I mean, not against me. I don't want to see you do it, but I want to see you use that core to bring in Gallade and bring in wall breakers, and then bring in Gallade to sweep, because I think that's been his main problem.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think he started off really, really slow. Like, he actually has been, like, I think he started off 1-5. I want to say it was either 1-4
so.
or 1-5. It might have been. Yeah, I think he started off at least 1-4. So he is ending the season winning more than he's losing recently.
That is true. Yeah, he's definitely been hot.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that is he started hitting things with Gallade. I think he's more comfortable running substitute on Gallade, which I definitely understand, and that's been working for him somewhat.
Yeah.
He's really, really good at using Slowking Galar.
I would definitely agree.
I think he's used Crocodile pretty well. He's used it mostly defensively, but I think that's not a bad way to use it.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Intimidate is really nice on it.
Yeah, and then, I mean, Corv, Slowking Galar, and now he has Tangrowth instead of Bro is really good. And also, I think Greninja is extremely underrated at tier 4, honestly. I think it's really good.
I would have to agree.
He has one of, like, not necessarily a team that I'd want to use just because I'm really bad at using Regenerator, and honestly, like, more power to him for being able to do it. It's not something I'm not good about pivoting out consistently enough. He has the team that I think it has an argument for best team, at least through his tier 4s. Because I think
that's definitely you could definitely make that argument.
Yeah, I think Gallade Mega, in my opinion, is the best Mega.
Really?
Yeah.
That is hot.
I don't think it's that hot. What's better than it?
I think.
I think the only one that I would maybe say is better than it is maybe Lopunny.
Let's see here.
I don't think Zardex is just
making
because
me pull
of
up
rocks.
the list and everything.
What?
Making me pull up the list and everything.
I think the tier 1 ones are Zardex, Lop, Gallade, Mawile, and I think there's one more.
Scizor.
Metacham,
Mawile, Lop, Gallade, Diancie, Zardex.
Oh, Diancie also. Diancie's really good too.
Yeah, Diancie's cool.
But
yeah, I would not be pleased to have to play Roger in playoffs. Like I said, every single playoff team scares me. So
yeah, I think the main reason I wouldn't want to play Roger in playoffs over like other teams is because I tend to get really impatient when I'm playing and just try to, like, I won't ride things out. I'll tend to try to, like, make a play or do something to try to speed the game up.
Yeah.
And that can put games in a 50-50 situation or just a 60-40 for the other person sometimes when I do that. And I would definitely end up doing that if Roger was able to start using his regenerators and pivoting around and stuff like that. So that's the reason I don't want to play Roger, is just because I can get impatient and I would probably make a dumb move or a mistake at some point. Yeah, I think the main note I'd give Roger is fucking run more hazards. Like, you pivot around so much, and being able to get, even forcing someone to click defog, that's a free turn in reality.
Yeah,
if
exactly.
They click defog. So, like,
he's got got Greninja to set hazards now. So, I mean, between Greninja and Kruk, you get all 3 hazards, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I love U-turn to attack and then either T-Spike or Spike Greninja. I think it's really good.
Yeah.
He also has Frostlass for spikes, which I
Oh,
think
that's
is
true.
actually, I think that's underrated also. I think Rotom Mo's really good. If he has to play Sawslow, Zera's not going to do that much. Unless Sawslow decides to run Blaze Kick, I guess, which I still think would just be a mistake. I think it's more effective to just deal with Rotom Mo and then use Zera. But Blaze Kick's worked for him the couple times he's brought it, I guess. So I shouldn't knock it too much.
That is true.
Okay, and moving on to the final team. A team that I did not expect to be at the bottom of the playoff rankings.
All right, Bert, hold on 1 second. You can keep talking. Dude, I gotta pee.
Okay, no problem. I'll talk and then I'll pee when you get back. So Brian's team, I think Torn T is really, really good. Arguably the best pivot in the entire game, at least in our tier list. He has 2.5, 3 regenerator mons, depending how much you want to count Slowbro, because it is Mega Slowbro. I think Meloetta's been awesome for him. I think that was a really good pickup, and I think Infernape's been really good for him. I mean, I think he started out 0-5, so he's 4 is he 3-7 or 4-6? I think he's 4-6. I'm gonna say he's 4-6. I think he is. So he's 4-1 in the last 5 weeks, which is really good. So he's coming in with momentum. He has not been bad, or he might be 3. I don't know, something. He's coming in with momentum. He's finally starting to use his team since he got Garchomp Mega and Slowbro Mega and just kind of stuff he's more comfortable with. He's looked a lot better. I don't love Double Mega, but it's been working for him pretty well. I think getting Empoleon's really good. I think picking up Moltres covers a lot of stuff for his team. Piloswine was a fantastic pickup. I think that thing's really good. He does not have Wigglytuff anymore. He just swapped Wigglytuff for...
I think for Granbull.
For what?
Granbull, I think. So he was telling me he was going to do that. So.
Oh, yes, that is what it is. Which I think, against everything but Spectrier, basically, I think Granbull is better. I think that's good. When he's used Boltund, it's been good. Piloswine's awesome. Like, I think his team's good, and he's been playing a lot better recently. Still definitely scary. Still kind of has an issue with Volt Switchers. Like, Garchomp can deal with it to a point, but... And Piloswine, actually having Piloswine is going to help him a lot there. But
that's very good.
Yeah, I mean, it's another team that if you can't do like 50% to a lot of his stuff with a neutral hit, you're just never going to break through them.
Yeah.
That's just kind of the way it is. He doesn't even really have a cleric or anything. It's just so many regenerator mons, and then Moltres with Roost. Infernape's usually not going to be staying in on a hit. It's going to be faster than stuff or switching out. Garchomp, when it comes in, it's going to hit something really fucking hard. Yeah, and I think Empoleon with Defog and Rocks is really good for him. So, yeah, I have to play either you, Clayton, or Brian in the second game. And my first game against Brian gave me literally no information because he just said haha funny and built his team in like 5 minutes right before the match.
That's true.
And also has changed it like completely since then. So I'm very worried. Yeah, I remember season 1 when Brian was good and the way he was playing, and he's starting to play more like that now, and that's scary. Because
Yeah, absolutely.
when he was good in season 1 and not rusty at all, he could beat anybody on a good day. So
Yeah, he was top tier.
yeah,
Yeah, he definitely he for sure scares me. I don't know, I do play him round 1.
Yeah.
So
Here, I'll be right
I
back.
don't-
You
I don't-
talk
I don't
about
wanna-
him now.
all right. I don't really want to do like too much too much in-depth analysis because I don't want to give away my plan. But overall, I think it's very scary. Let's see here. Yeah, I would agree. I don't know. So I know Bert was saying he didn't really think the double mega was that good. I think it's cool. Um, like I'm prepping for it right now, and like realistically, you have to prep for both regular and mega Garchomp and Slowbro, both, and they both like don't necessarily need an item to be good. You know, to be good in their base form. So, and honestly, even Slowbro, it even kind of protects it a little bit from knockoff, which is cool. So, yeah, I don't know. I think it's working for him. Let's see here. Spore and Amoonguss is very scary. Bolthund has yeah, I guess he hasn't brought it that much, only 7 times, but when he has brought it, it's looked good. I think Strong Jaw is pretty funny on it. Like actually makes Fire Fang useful.
Okay, I'm back.
You're back. That's convenient. I was running out of stuff to say.
All right, fair enough. I guess you're playing him first round. Don't want to say too much about what you're scared of.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all the teams. That's all the playoff teams. So now we'll jump to our full power rankings. And I've kind of put together what me, you, and Sam, who's not here, thought, and then we'll do some predictions. But yeah, sorry, Sam, not here to defend yourself. But this is what we all put. So I think the main differences were I had Soslow higher than you guys, and
Yeah.
I think Sam had James higher than we did. And other than that, they were almost exactly the same. I think I swapped Andrew and Matt.
Yeah. Honestly, I mean, yeah, I feel like overall we followed the regular rankings pretty closely. I guess I can talk to mine at least. I think, I mean, so I guess 3-4 between you and Soslow, like in the official rankings. That was a lot of Ranbat tiebreaker. So can't really differentiate from that standpoint. But I bumped him down another one below me, because I know that he did just kick my ass, and props to him. But I don't like the changes that he made to his team. I think it made his team significantly worse. I think when he beat me, his team was, I mean, like we talked about, probably the best team, and like strongest core. And I don't know, maybe he'll prove me wrong. Probably will prove me wrong. Now that I'm saying it's probably going to kick my ass again. But that's why I did that. I mean, I still think he's nasty. And then I moved James down quite a bit. I didn't love his quite a bit. I think I moved him down 2 spots maybe below Roger and Brian. But he scuffled recently, 0-5, and I like I said earlier, I don't love the moves that he made for his team, but once again, he'll probably prove me wrong because he always does.
Yeah,
But
I think that's fair.
other than that,
yeah. I mean, I agree with you on the James note. Just coming in on a 5-game lose streak is tough, and then Sam agreed with you on the Soslow thing, and I agree that I do think he made his team worse. But after getting double 6-0'd, I can't put myself in the top 3. So it's basically where I'm at with that one. And he is playing really, really well right now. Is why I kept him up at 3.
Yeah, that is definitely true.
Yeah, and then I bumped Andrew up above Matt just because I think he's playing as well as anybody else right now. It's kind of where I'm at with Andrew. Like he looks just as good as anybody else right now.
I would say that's true. Yeah, right now, I'm changing my mind. I'm putting Andrew above Matt.
A real-time switch. I won't do it on this list right now just because I don't feel like it. But
That's fair.
real-time switch. And I guess kind of looking forward to next year, I do think this was the Ilvatals and Mike's best season. But it was a season of wasted potential in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely his best season. Yeah, like I was telling him the other day, I think he just needs to commit to sets that do damage.
Yeah.
Which sounds, I don't know, sounds a bit obvious, but he's got cool ideas, but maybe it's just a matter of executing them better, you know?
Yeah, or if you're gonna run something like a Snarl Suicune, you should probably have rest on it, I guess, is a big one.
True.
Like, because I don't hate the kind of like stall out, slowly chip down Suicune, because I think that's what Suicune's really good at. But if you're just gonna get chipped down yourself, then it's kind of a waste.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see. Go ahead.
I think we're about to say the same thing.
Excited to see what the Tustin Turtwig can do next season.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because they look like they know how to play. They look like they know what they're doing. That's Aaron.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
definitely. Yeah.
In the same way that Ben just missed out on playoffs last year and is now effectively in a 4-way tie tied for the best record in the league this season. Very interested to see what they're able to do, because I think getting these couple games in and seeing what works and what doesn't in draft, because it is very different than ladder, just in what's good. I think can help in the draft quite a bit. Yeah, I'm very excited to see it, because I don't necessarily think the team they were using is bad, but if you pick up a team and it's not stuff you like using, it's gonna be harder. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm excited. Also excited for Kevin's comeback.
Yeah, Kevin, that was a bit of a tough showing this year, compared to last year. Looked very strong last year, and honestly, he had moments where he looked pretty good this season, but definitely struggled overall. Disappointing for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a couple matches where Kevin would be kicking himself for either the sets he ran or kind of silly mistakes he made.
Yeah.
I specifically remember him against Andrew, and he just kind of lost to Reuniclus because he didn't bring anything that could deal with it at all.
Yeah, that was tough.
But
I don't know. I think he could turn it around next year, though.
Yeah, I mean, last year he showed he beat me. He took games off both you and Sam last year, who, at least last season, were undoubtedly the 3 best teams.
Yeah.
Last season. This season that's been different, but Yeah, no, he definitely has the potential to do it. He just needs to, yeah, I don't know exactly what it was. I don't love the team he drafted, I guess, for one thing, but yeah, I'm curious to see what he comes up with, because, well, he did it last season, so I'm sure he can do it again next season. And then, I would also say that this was Mad's best season by quite a large margin.
Oh, absolutely, dude. Mad ran some pretty cool stuff actually. I really liked that he used Alolan Muck like pretty effectively.
Yes.
There was that one time where he just would have won the game if he'd clicked Shadow Sneak and didn't. But
he ended up winning that set.
He ended up winning the set, so it worked out for him. But yeah, I was honestly pleasantly surprised with what I saw from Mad.
I think if he played like he did in the last 4 weeks or so, the whole season, he could have had 3 wins and maybe a chance at playoffs.
Yeah, I think that's legitimate.
Yeah. Especially because like, if he played like he was in the last 4 weeks, when that match against Zihao, where Zihao just had both sides of the coin flip throughout the entire set, started off and just got ruined by Mad, and then had a really close game 2, and then kicked Mad's ass game 3. I think Mad absolutely could have won game 2 and beaten Zihao if he was playing like he did at the end of the season. So
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, which is true. I think anybody can beat or lose to Zihao. He's just that's what he is.
It's who he is. It's what he does.
Yeah. So yeah, we've kind of talked about all the other teams already. So if we want to jump into first round playoff predictions.
All right, I'm going to take the Nidokings for Anaheim. I'm going to take myself for the Sharpedos. I'm gonna call an upset here. I'm gonna take Roger over Gola, and I'm gonna take Matt over, or I guess the Driftblim over Phanpy.
Man, I thought I was gonna be the only one to take Roger over Gola.
Nah, dude, I think Roger's got a sneaky shot at that. Not a knock on Gola, but I think Roger could do it.
I think Roger's team is really, really good, and I think it matches up pretty well against Gola. Is why I'm doing it. I'm also going to take you over Brian, but specifically in a 2-1. I do think Brian will take a game.
You think so?
Yep. I'm going to...
All right.
I mean, he should have taken a game the first time he played you. I still think you would have won the set, but he threw the first game really hard.
I would agree. Well, no, the first one...
Or the second
game.
One of the games.
Yeah, the second one he threw really hard. The first one was that one that it was like over 200 turns because we just PP stalled each other out with Registeel and...
Oh, Mandibuzz. Yeah.
And Mandibuzz. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Dude, that was a cool game. Yeah, okay, I remember that one now. Yeah, so I think he'll take a game. Then I'm gonna take James over Matt.
All right.
James has never lost his first playoff match.
I guess so.
And he's always been the underdog in every single one.
I think his team is extremely weak to Lando T right now, and unfortunately, his first opponent has Lando T.
This may be true, but it's extremely good against anything that's not Lando T on Matt's team.
All right, yeah, that's fair.
Like, it's really good against T-Tar. It's really good against Feeny. It's really good against Azelf, because even Scarf Azelf isn't going to be outspeeding Drill. It's really good against Dragalge. Like, it's the double-edged sword. He said, I'm going to mono lose to Earthquake, but also I'll beat, like, basically any team that doesn't have a good Earthquake user.
That is true. I don't know. I'll be interested to see that. Honestly, I'm interested in watching all of these. I think it's going to be a great playoff.
Yeah, and then the last one, I'm gonna take. I have to take my man coin flip Zihao. I'm gonna take him over Andrew. I think Zihao will lose game 1 and then win the next 2.
Interesting. That's a bold call.
That's my very specific prediction on that one. And that's not a knock on Andrew. I don't know, dude. There's something about Zihao that like sometimes you just lose to him. Like, and I'm picking that to happen. And also, I think I really want Zihao to get another chance at Sam. So it's kind of a bias thing. The last like 3 times they've played, Zihao has taken a game and like come
really
so
good.
close to winning the set and just like just couldn't quite do it.
That's true. Oh yeah, and Sam just lost to Andrew too. So honestly,
Yeah,
either whoever wins that's a tough draw for Sam as the number 1 seed.
yeah, it's 2 teams that Sam either lost to or struggled against in the regular season. So, and to be fair, Ziao's was early on in both of their. Well, Ziao's team still looks very similar, but he's using it a lot differently, and Sam's team looks completely different. So, and then overall predictions for playoffs. Who do you think's gonna win if it's not you?
It's not me. I'm gonna go Ben.
Ben?
I think. Yeah, I really think Ben's got this thing figured out. And
Yeah, no, his team is very scary.
dude, honestly, yeah, I don't love my chances against against Ben.
Yeah, that's fair. I think Ben, like, honestly, I was looking at it. I think, in a way, we really need Andrew to make it to where he plays Ben at least once, because I think Andrew's team matches up really well against Ben's.
Well, looking at the bracket, it looks like if they're doing that, it's very late in playoffs.
Or if Andrew loses to Zihao and Ben loses to like James or Matt, I think they'd play right away, which would be really funny. But I don't think that'll happen.
I don't know. What do you think? Who do you think's gonna win?
I'm gonna go Sam. He hasn't won since we moved to the site, and he got like 3rd or 4th the first one, and 2nd this one. I feel like it's his time. He has Mew, which I think he's been using really well, and he just picked up Beedrill and Victini, which I think fit the way he wants to play the game like really, really well.
Yeah, a reworked team can be scary.
Yeah, and I don't know. I feel like I don't like either mine or yours path through winner's bracket at least.
Yeah, I do not love matching up with through winner's bracket matching up with Brian, then you, and then being in the same sub bracket as Sam.
Yeah. Which is like that's tough. Yeah, and I don't like that I have to play either you or Brian in the first round.
Yeah. Oh, it's interesting that we get potentially get, or nice that it worked out that we potentially get Soslo v Gola in round 2 if Gola.
Yeah, that would be a Gola's revenge tour possibly.
Yeah.
Or it could just be Roger's revenge tour running through Gola, then Soslo, then Ben.
That's true. Did he lose all 3 of them in
Yeah.
regular season? Interesting. Yep. That's a cool storyline to look out for if you're into that kind of thing.
Dude, for sure. It could also be Brian's revenge tour. But let's not talk about that.
Yeah, that'll happen.
And then your dark horse, you've already said it was Andrew, you're thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Roger. I
can see it.
For mainly for the reason, I mean, you think the same thing I do, that he has a good shot at beating Gola in the first round. And then even then, if he loses to Soslo, like win a couple more games and like he's right in it. And I think he matches up well against a lot of the playoff teams, and the way he plays can frustrate people. Like, yeah. I think Roger could. I also think both Brian or Matt could as well. I don't think there's any team that I'm like, oh, there's no way they make a run. Yeah, honestly, I'd go either Brian or Roger as my my pick.
Yeah, I think those were appropriate, and like I've said, I'm scared of them all.
Yeah, largely because I think me and Soslow are the most upsettable of the top 4 seeds. If that makes sense. Like I think.
Yeah, I think based on who you drew, I would tend to agree.
And I think the way Ben plays, it's consistent. Like I'd be surprised if Ben lost his first round match, I guess is what I'm getting at. I think he'll win. He'll beat either Matt or James, I think. And I think Sam, I mean I've already said he's my pick to win, so I think he'll win.
I do think Sam's I think Sam's got a real shot at losing his first round matchup.
Yeah, honestly, like there's no matchup where I'm like, oh, this is for sure what I think's gonna happen. So
yeah, I guess maybe that's part of the reason why I picked Ben. I think Ben is my lock of the second round.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I wish we could like look in the future, not even at what happens in the match, but just to know whether Z's gonna play well or bad. Because like if he plays well, I'm picking him to beat Andrew. If he plays well, I might pick him to beat Sam. But if he plays bad, then he instantly loses. Like there's not like, and he'll get like destroyed.
The duality of man.
Yeah, honestly.
Well.
Yeah. That's.
Do we have anything else we wanted to discuss?
No, I don't think so. I guess. Do you think it would be a good idea if we could print these out or something, or somehow set up a pick'em?
Dude, you can do that if you want. I gotta do the awards.
Oh, true. No, I was thinking I do it and like everybody can just pick theirs.
Yeah, that could be fun.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, and I'll be sending out board ballots too.
Okay, yeah. So, and everybody try to fill those out as fast as possible, because I know Clayton puts a lot of effort into those and really takes his time and makes sure that the presentation. I'm sure you've seen from his power rankings, he does a really good job with any of that stuff. So let's give him as much time as we can. Yeah. Good luck to everyone in playoffs. Good luck to you, Clayton, in first round. And
thank you.
I'm looking forward to some good matches.
Yeah, I echo that sentiment. I think this is gonna be a lot of fun.
Okay, and that's that.